This question is about insect P build its nest underground in a sunny area in the forest. So this is a sunny area, okay, but then there's underground. So sunny, that means it's very bright, a lot of sunlight. You carry out small pieces of leaves. Insect P carries one back to its nest for storage. Okay, the area shows a area where the leaves are stored. So outside is sunny, underground is obviously dark, not sunny. The young of insect P feed on fungus, which grow on the stored leaves. So what does fungus like? Explain how location of the nest help fungus in the growth. Now, what are the conditions that fungus like to grow in? Anyone knows? Okay, it's called dark and moist. They love dark and moist. They love dark and moist conditions. How you remember your scores? Some of you can remember water, warmth, oxygen, dark and moist dark and moist. Water, warm, oxygen is seed germination, but should not use warm anymore. Use suitable temperature. Right, suitable temperature. Warmth is for P3, P4 is okay. Okay, but upper primary don't use warm. Schools, you know why cannot use warm or not? You know why not? Warm is subjective, right? What is warm to you is not warm to me. What is warm to this seed may not be warm to that seed. So warm is not a scientific term actually. Okay, warm is not a scientific term. Warm is very subjective, seed to seed. So you want to use a scientific term, you want to learn science, use the correct terms. It's called suitable temperature. All right. I got people argue with me over this. They say, my tutor say must use warm. Suitable temperature is wrong. I tell them, I say, you have to change your tutor. Your tutor don't know what I'm talking about. All right. They open the latest textbook from MOE. Latest one just published, right? They remove the word warm and change to suitable temperature. So whatever I've been saying has been proven. MOE has converted the word in the textbook already. No more warmth. Right? Because they know their science. It is written by science experts. So any tutor that is not updated, all right, you should ideally ask your tutor to go and update themselves. Right? Right. So miss you guys, previous question, go YouTube channel, we watch again. Yeah, probably upload to YouTube. So you have to have you want to hire a tutor to teach your child, right? The tutor must have self-confidence. All right, to know that this answer acceptable, this answer not acceptable. They must make a judgment call. And how do they have the confidence? Mark PSLE before. I marked PSLE before, I got the confidence. Right? And if I do not know, I'm not sure, I go and check. I got my own ways to go and check. All right, whether certain type of answers are acceptable or not acceptable. And that is why I produce results and I'm very confident and I don't charge very low, My charge my rates are slightly above market rate. Right? Because I know my value. Right? Okay, let's move on. Explain how location. So first you talk about the stalk leaves. The stalk leaves are in a location that is dark and moist. The stalk leaves are in a location that is dark and moist. You're expected to know, fungi prefer dark and moist. You're expected to know. Okay, second mark, where do you go second mark? Second mark is talk about that fungi grow well in dark and moist conditions. Now, I got another student, they come and argue with me. They say, it's not dark and moist, it's warmth. Now, you look at the question. Any part of the question mentioned about temperature, right? And is underground warmer or above the ground warmer? Where is warmer? There's no evidence to say which part is warmer. Actually, outside is warmer, but inside is cooler. So they say warm is one of the conditions. That means they don't understand the concepts. All right? It is dark and moist. These two conditions enough already. Okay? Here's my hometown got earthquake. Oh yeah, oh dear. Anyone affected by the Myanmar earthquake? You know how earthquakes are formed or not? They actually is because of the tectonic plates, right? They move against each other. Then suddenly, right, before they move, they actually build up the pressure. Then suddenly the pressure release, then they become earthquake. So earthquake, right, is due to the movement of tectonic plates, the plates rubbing against each other. Alright. It's an immense release of energy. Alright, now insects eggs of insect P are laid among the stalk leaves. State 2 benefits for eggs to lay is eggs among the stalk leaves. So remember, young of insect P feed on the fungus. Feed on the fungus. So when the eggs hatch, there are some benefits. So when the eggs hatch, okay, the young or eggs of P, I'll be specific, eggs of P hatch, the young can eat the fungus of the on the leaves nearby as food. Okay, that's the first advantage. Okay, can eat the fungus on the leaf nearby as food. Okay, what is the second advantage? To lay the eggs among the leaves. Okay, second advantage. So the leaves makes it more difficult for predators of P to spot P. Spot. More predators to spot except P. Okay, so the other is more difficult to make more difficult or act as a cover. Yeah, as a cover. So you can cover the young. Okay, then it's harder to spot. Right, it's 224, 20. Yeah. Remember, I got most of them correct. Yes, correct. Cherry Sam is here. Yes. So this question is not a common question. This is under the topic of living together, how different organisms interact with each other. All right. Now, your statements of interaction must make sense. In the end, you talk, don't make sense. They will just give 0. Anything that conceptually wrong, immediately 0. That is the PSLE marking policy. Remember, PSLE marking policy is based on the scientific concept in the correct context. And it has to be coherent and clear. So your concept wrong, immediate 0, the whole thing. Alright? What chapter is this? Don't think haven't learned this. This is under living together, food chain, food web. Right? How different organisms interact with each other. It's a P6 topic. What's so serious? No, it's not serious. This is actually the marking principle, the policy behind marking. The concepts is